We have to ask the question, what country do we want to build? What nation do we want to build? Hi, my name is Ken. I'm a part-time research faculty with the Department of Interdisciplinary Studies, and I am active coordinator of the Move as One Coalition for Public Transport. So Move as One Coalition is a large coalition, a broad coalition of 140 organizations and 77,000 petition signatories fighting for safe, humane, and inclusive public transportation. We have a broad range of sectors whom we engage. So we work with healthcare workers who need to go to their hospitals to be able to serve us. We work with transport workers unions. We work with persons with disabilities. We work with cycling groups, commuters' rights advocates, climate justice groups. We work with some religious groups as well. And really a broad range of reform advocates and ordinary citizens wanting a better public transport system, so we can have that safe, humane, and inclusive public transport system here in the Philippines. The main problem that the project is trying to address, and this is something that I'd actually like to focus on, is this issue of lack, or the systemic lack of public transportation in the Philippines. One main cause of this problem is what we call car-centric public budgeting. And what this means is there is inequity. Very, very few Filipinos actually own a car. Like 12% of households in Metro Manila own a car. Of 33 million students aged 3 to 30, only 6% use a private car to go to school. In our research, we actually show that ever since 2010, of the 2.8 trillion pesos that we budgeted for road-based public transport, 99% of that was for road construction, widening, and maintenance. And only 1% or 40 billion pesos was budgeted for the expansion of road-based public transport. It's very important that the national government budgets what we see as this massive gap in road-based public transport budget and investments. We need to continue to push for this in the 2022 budget. We need to do it together because it's only in collective action that we can push for systemic change and shift people away from private cars, which are a very inefficient use of scarce urban space, to more efficient, more sustainable, cleaner means of mobility. So that's walking, cycling, and public transport. We're in fact very supportive of the current government's efforts to do the EDSA carousel, which is the EDSA busway. There really needs to be more investment, like real investment, into the way that buses dock, like the terminals in each of the stations, is accessible to all. So we have to make sure that there's an accessible at-grade or ground level pedestrian infrastructure so that any person, no matter your age or ability, can access public transport. We have to ask the question, what country do we want to build? What nation do we want to build? It should be a nation for all, not just for rich people who have cars.